Ever since 8th grade, my best friend Leaa and I promised that we would take each other to our senior prom. We'd even sworn it in blood. So this was a legit pact that we wouldn't let either of us break. At the time of our story, it was January, the beginning of... Leah and I were headed to the lunchroom when she felt horrible pain in her knee. This pain was so bad that she lost her balance and fell to the ground. Leah, are you okay? I wanted to try to get her to the lunchroom quickly, thinking that maybe she was just hungry and needed to sit down.
Simon, I think something's really wrong with me. My knee has been hurting ever since I got kicked 2 weeks ago at the soccer game.
She started to limp to the office, which was opposite of the lunchroom. I tried to stop her. Let's just get some food.
No, I need the nurse, she said as she hobbled to the office. I helped her along the way.
But as soon as she got there, she told me to go to lunch. Leah didn't make it to lunch that day. In fact, her mom picked her up early to take her to the hospital. I kept texting her all day long, hoping she would answer me and let me know that she was okay. It wasn't until around 8:30 that night that she finally texted back. She sent me a picture of an MRI, which is an X-ray of your body, and hers was of her knee, her lungs, and her neck. All of them were covered in spots. I didn't know what that meant, so I sent her a question mark. Almost instantly my phone lit up. Leah was FaceTiming me. I pushed accept.
Hey, what's going on? Did you go to the doctor?
And saw her face for the first time since lunch. It wasn't as pale, but she looked tired.
Are you sick?
I asked.
Her eyes looked red and her hair was a mess. Leah could barely get the words out as she stared off the screen.
I have cancer. All of those pictures were of my body. I have tumors in several spots. They told me I may not make it to graduation.
She set the phone down and all I could hear were her high-pitched wails and her mom in the background trying to calm her. Instead of listening to my best friend sob, I decided to drive over to her house even though it was late and I was going to miss curfew. I had to see her, to hug her, in case I didn't get the chance again. When I got to her front door, I didn't even knock. I just barged right in and ran to her room. Her mom was there hugging her. And I scooped in next to them. We all cried for a bit. And then when things calmed down, Leaa turned to me.
I have to start chemo next week. I nodded. I didn't know what to say. I grabbed her hand so she would know I'll always be there for her.
A couple months passed, and although Leah was doing good, she wasn't out of the woods. The tumors were shrinking, some of the chemo was working.
But she was still struggling to live her day-to-day life. There were only a couple more days left until prom, and I was excited to finally
pick out a corsage to put around her wrist.
You've been doing great, but remember, sit down for most of the dance, okay? You can slow dance, but absolutely no crazy moves.
Okay, Doc.
And so was I. My other best friend, Malik, and I were out tux shopping. Leah's dress was going to be maroon, and she wanted me to match, so I was going to every tux rental store I could find to try and match the perfect shade of her dress. It was harder than you might think. While we were at the 57th shop, my phone started to ring. It was Leah's mom.
I answered, my voice already shaking.
Hi, Simon. Leah's back in the hospital. She wants you to come up here when you can.
I didn't even hesitate. I said goodbye and started to walk out of the store. Simon, please, at least rent your tux. I told him Leaa was in the hospital and probably wasn't going to make it to prom. That's when he got a big grin on his face and grabbed the first tux he saw. We're getting this. It's not even the right color, he said, pulling me over to the register. I said,
It doesn't matter.
If LEAH can't come to prom, we'll take prom to her.
That sounded like a genius idea. Malik and I visited Leah in the hospital that night. She wasn't doing well. Her eyes were sunken with dark black circles around them, and her thinning hair was messy and damp. I asked her mom to please make sure Elia feels beautiful tomorrow when we come back, and she asked why. That's when I pulled her into the hallway and told her we were going to plan the biggest prom party for Elia we could imagine.
Simon, that is the most amazing idea.
Her mother grinned. I hadn't seen her smile like that in months. She gave me the biggest hug and kissed me on my cheek.
You are a beautiful person, Simon. We love you.
I love you too. Now it was time to plan the prom that would hopefully bring LEH the dream she deserved. That night, I went on Facebook and invited all of Leah's best friends to. Although some people declined our invitation, as they didn't want to miss their own prom, many of our closest friends said they would come, and even Malik came over the next afternoon, and we loaded up his truck with all of the things that we got over the last day and a half, including a Bluetooth speaker and and finally to the florist to purchase a beautiful corsage for the most beautiful girl in the world. We got dressed in our tuxes and made sure that everyone that said they were coming would be there. Even Malik's girlfriend decided to come along.
I'm so glad I could make it.
We're glad to have you.
She got Leah's dress from her house and was going to do her hair and makeup before the dance. I couldn't wait to see the surprised look on Leah's face when we showed up.
All night, she was texting me about how sad she was that she was going to miss prom, and she kept begging me to go without her. I told her that wasn't happening, and she didn't know we'd have all this for her, and I couldn't wait to show her. The drive to the hospital was filled with anticipation. Eliash's
LEAH had been sent to another room to do some tests, so we had time to set up before she got back. In just under a half an hour, the hospital room sparkled with fairy lights and had gorgeous blue and green streamers running along the bed and window.
Malik set up the fog machine, which the doctor said wasn't a good idea, so we had to leave it off.
The music was playing softly, and we moved some of the furniture and medical equipment out of the way so we could have a dance floor. LEAH arrived. And although she looked pale, her eyes lit up at the sight of what was ahead of her. At the same moment, she started to cry.
You guys, I'm not dressed for prom. She giggled and came over to hug me.
That's okay. We got everything that you need right here. Take your time. Ashley is going to help you with your makeup and your dress.
We'll be waiting out here as long as you need. It seemed like forever, but it was probably only 20 minutes later.
Leah emerged from the hospital bathroom with her hair in a braid that wrapped around the top of her head. And her beautiful maroon dress that clung to her in all the right places. It was sparkly and made her eyes glow.
Thank you, I feel amazing in it.
This was the exact moment I realized that I was in love with Leah. It seemed like everything had stopped when she walked out of the bathroom. I was so happy to see her so happy. I went over to her and gave her a huge hug. I'm the luckiest guy in the world to have you as my prom date. Then I slid the corsage on her wrist. Malik got the party started and we all began to have snacks. After an hour, I could tell that Leah was struggling to keep up.
Hey, you can sit down if you need to. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just all the medicine and tests today. I'm tired.
But I'm having a great time, and I am so happy and so thankful that you did this, Simon.
I really appreciate it.
I love you.
I know she was saying I love you as a friend, but it made my stomach fill with butterflies.
I love you too, Eliach. There must have been a look in my eye that told her I didn't mean as a friend, and that's when she leaned over to kiss me.
I had never kissed a girl before.
But it was never something that I thought about. Kissing Leah felt like home. I just didn't want to break her. I knew she shouldn't be kissing me right now. I don't think she cared. We pulled back, and I smiled at her.
She rested her head on my chest, and we watched as the other couples danced and threw popcorn at each other from across the room. Thinking
After everyone left, her and I cuddled on her bed some more. We kissed, and I told her that I loved her again.
She pulled me close and set it back, staring into my eyes. Then we both laid down.
Ellie Etch was getting ready to go to bed, and I was getting ready to head home. Her mom walked in and told me to get out before I got yelled at by the night nurses.
We hugged, and I left feeling triumphant, ready to take on the world. At 7 the next morning, I received a phone call from Ellie H's mom. She had passed away in the night. I had planned to go to the hospital today and bring Ellie H some books she'd wanted to read. There was a big stack of new bestsellers sitting on my desk. I wasn't much of a reader, so the books broke my heart. I started to weep.
I haven't cried that hard since I was a little boy, but it felt good to let my emotions out. I was practically wailing when my own...
What's going on, Simon?
She said, terrified. I could barely say the words. Leah died. My mom knelt beside me and hugged me for what seemed like hours as I cried. Leah was my best friend.
My second half. My one true love. I know it sounds corny, but she was. I just realized over the weekend that I love this girl more than anything in the entire world.
She was always there for me. She never gave up on me, and she was always passionate about what I wanted in life as much as she was about her own desires. I will forever be thankful that I was able to spend Leah's last night with her and with our friends, having a blast. I'll never forget the smile on her face and the love in her eyes that night.
You left too soon. Although I have to go through the rest of my life without my other half, I'll be okay.
Leah's family will always be a part of my life, and I'm hoping they'll continue to want me in theirs. I do make some pretty incredible hamburgers after all.
Yes. Leah was caring, gentle, and willing to try anything. So today, I'd like you to try and be a little more like Leah.
Thank you all for coming. The entire time I was speaking at Elia's funeral, I couldn't stop staring at the photo they used for her memorial, her senior picture. She had all of her beautiful blonde hair cascading down her back, her huge blue eyes shining in the autumn sun. This was one of her favorite pictures. So I was thankful they shared that with everyone. After I finished my piece, her parents came to hug me. We all cried together, and they thanked me for loving their daughter. That happened over a year ago now, and I'm still recovering from the death of my best friend. Ellich's parents are good. We get together every weekend for board games and burgers. I'm hoping as the years go on, we can continue to have this strong bond. And that whoever I end up with will be half the woman Elia A was. I'm sure she'll help me out from where she's looking down on us. Thank you for listening to my story. What was something crazy you did for a friend? Please like and subscribe. What was something crazy you did for a friend? Please like and subscribe. What was something crazy you did for a friend? Please like and subscribe. What was something crazy you did for a friend? Please like and subscribe. What was something crazy you did for a friend? Please like and subscribe. What was something crazy you did for a friend? Please like and subscribe. What was something crazy you did for a friend? Please like and subscribe.